We all know that time progresses forward, that the past influences the present and the future. Or does it? Quantum retro-causality is a crazy idea that suggests that effect can precede cause, that an action performed in the present can influence the past. Let us look at a few experiments that support this. In the single photon double slit experiment, photons from a source passing one at a time through two slits A and B are observed on a screen. Considering photons as particles, we would expect two bright spots on the screen, but instead an interference pattern was observed, suggesting its wave nature. In case of individual photons, the interference could be caused only if it passed through both the slits simultaneously and interfered with itself. On measurement of its path with respect to slits A or B, the interference pattern was replaced by two bright spots. Why? Did measurement collapse its wave function? To resolve this, let us look at the delayed choice quantum eraser experiment. Here we have a similar setup with a few additions: beam splitters, mirrors, detectors, and a beta barium borate crystal. The crystal behind the slit splits a photon passing through it into twins of equal energy such that they are an entangled pair. The beam splitters provide a 50% chance of a photon passing through undeflected and another 50% chance of reflecting off themselves. Observe the possible paths a photon passing through slit A can take. Clearly, when D1 lights up, we know for certain that the photon came from slit A, but it can also light up D3 or D4. Similarly, for a photon of slit B, if D2 lights up, we know that the photon came from slit B, but it can also light up D3 or D4. Detectors D3 and D4 lighting up obliterates the information of the path of the photon with respect to slit A or B. The twins of the photons lighting up D1 and D2 form two bright spots on the screen, whereas the twins of the photons that lit up detectors D3 and D4 formed an interference pattern. Since the detectors are placed further away from the slits than the screen, the photons reached the screen before their twins reached any of the detectors, and yet somehow these twins were able to retro-causally influence the photons reaching the screen. In light of quantum retrocausality and the existence of time symmetry in the quantum realm, is it possible that time, the fourth dimension, is traversable both forward and backward just like the three dimensions of space? If so, can quantum retrocausality pave the way for time travel?